Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy, my channel is Finding Value. Today I want to go over oil and natural gas, kind of do some technical analysis here. I try to do this at least once a week. It is one of my favorite sectors. I think natural gas is an excellent investment opportunity, same with oil. Looking at some articles, reading some things in terms of, we'll call it anomalies. Some people are projecting that we could potentially go into an oil deficit, which has never happened before, in the year, well, Q4 2022 is the projection, which is about, a little over a year away. If that were to occur, I don't know exactly what happens if that were to occur, but I would suspect much higher prices. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to look at the big long-term perspective. I'm going to look at some short-term stuff on what oil is doing itself, the price of oil, and we'll look at some companies that I hold, just random ones that I threw together in there to see how they're performing and what I would be doing. Again, this is just my financial opinion. This is not financial advice. Make sure it fits within your investment strategies. And again, some of these companies are highly volatile. That's the reason I'm drawn to them. I'm using small amounts of my money, allocating certain percentages, maybe up between 2 and 5% of my entire portfolio in my higher risk stuff, which is about 20% of my net worth. And I go into these companies. I'm not putting 100% of my net worth in this. I also have physical precious metals. I also have real estate and other things that I am diversified in. This is just a small portion. So I don't want people to just go all in on some of these very volatile companies. So let's get into it. I'll give you my opinion here. So here's oil. We've got this kind of uptrend line, and we're right there at that uptrend line, testing its strength. We do have a little bit of a higher low here. So we kind of flattened out. We came in, we're kind of consolidating some. And this could be the bottom line of a pattern that we could be potentially carving out for a little bit. Now, looking at this from a big long-term perspective on oil, this is a big long-term perspective. We came up in the 70s, which was an expansionary phase of real estate all through here. We went sideways for a while because we got overvalued. Commodities did. When commodities became undervalued in 1999, which was a buy signal that we got in commodities to stock ratio, so we would have been buying right here, we would have rode it all the way up to 2008, which was a sell signal at 2008. We went sideways in a very long recovery phase in real estate where we underbuilt real estate pretty bad. And now we're coming right into an expansionary phase at any second. We got a buy signal thrown at us for commodity to stock ratio at this point right here in 2020 and 2019. The buy signal was thrown. We're coming on up and we're trying to break this downtrend line right now. This is the last line of resistance to break. That's all we have to break before we move higher. And I think we're probably going to do one of these back test moves like this. It's going to take some time. This isn't short-term trading. This is a long-term investment, which I see could potentially pay out a very big amount of money here. The returns could be quite substantial if you get this right. Very substantial. Life-changing substantial is what I'm talking about. Short term, this could bounce back a little bit, and maybe we create like a cup and handle type deal. And I know that the pattern may not be perfectly cup and handle, but guess what? They don't have to be. Herd mentality still works even if you don't draw perfectly charted out patterns. And I know some people are pretty technical of me in the comment section. Doesn't matter. As long as the pattern works, that's what we're interested in. The drivers are behind it to drive this higher. Much, much higher. This move here could easily be, way higher than where we're at today. Easy. Now, natural gas, another one that looks fantastic. We got this kind of squeezing up and it broke to the upside and it's been running for a little while. Looks fantastic on a big long-term perspective. You look at it and we're trying to flirt and break out to the upside here. Will it stay? We'll find out. If we're in a commodity boom, I think this is going to probably head higher like we did in 99. It's been volatile, but it overall moved higher to 2008. Here's SM Energy, one of my favorite highly leveraged oil and natural gas companies. We pulled on higher. My buy point was $1.50 here. I saw the downtrend break. I cost averaged in a whole bunch in here, overweighted it, been riding it higher. I also added a little bit in at this pullback at about $4-ish something in another account. Those are my 2 buy points. Haven't done anything with this company since, and I've been holding on. We've been in a little bit of a pullback. I think the pullback started probably right here, or even right here. It could have been first wave, third wave, fifth wave, and then we did like a pullback up sideways, and this is all consolidation period before we move higher. I'm not a good Elliott wave guy. Remember, these things can be, you can have pullbacks that go upward. It's kind of funky. But the overall move is all the same. But here we are moving sideways, going sideways. We could pull back to 16 maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. Oops. CDEV, Centennial Resource Development, another one of my favorite highly leveraged companies. I was buying it in this region in here after the break, and I bought a little bit more in this region here. This is a highly leveraged, highly volatile company. I buy it and then I hold on. And we're coming on, we're bouncing all around over here. Could it go back to $4? Very well, it very well could, or even a little bit below it. But that's where we're at there. We are in a pullback mode right now. And I don't see a bottoming process yet. Callon Petroleum's kind of pulling back already to its support line. Looking for a move higher. We'll see. There's a lot of momentum of this sell-off right now, and I own it, and I still own it, and I bought it at right in here at like 15, 16 bucks, somewhere in that range. That's where I bought it, and I've been holding on, and I'm still going to hold on. Birchcliff Energy, another one. I like this company. It's been in a nice, strong uptrend. We're in a pullback mode right now. I'm just holding on. Southwestern Energy, another one I own. Bought it down in here, somewhere in here, to something. Just been holding on. Yeah, we could be in a little bit of a pullback, kind of broke this uptrend line a little bit. Could pull back a little bit, and then we'll see what happens. But I think natural gas is looking pretty good. It's a natural gas company. Contango Oil and Gas got this big, long pattern coming back. Broke out. Maybe we'll back test. Maybe we come to the 200-day where we're at right now and move higher. But guess what? I'm in it. I'm not going to do anything with my shares. I'm just going to hold on. Tellurian. We came back to the uptrend line. That's where we're at right now. Again, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to hold on to it. They're getting contracts. I'm going to be patient. GTE, we're putting in this like cup and handle pattern almost. Took a little detour. Will this go lower? Maybe. But I'm just holding on to it. Could be a double bottom. We got to break this roughly dollar area. Get through there. Antero Resources, downtrend break, coming on up, and it's continuing to move higher. I'm just holding on. Not doing much with it. So overall, natural gas is in a pullback. It is. Or I mean, oil in a lot of these companies. What I'm doing is I'm not doing anything with it. I'm just holding on to it. I got really good buy points. I'm going to continue to hold. On a big picture view, I'm going to break higher on these things, I think. The market conditions are supporting a higher move. And we can see that in the overall price moves of oil and natural gas. And with the supply-demand fundamentals that some people are projecting just a year or two out, I think that oil prices could go very much higher. Probably to prices that are unconceivable almost. We'll see. I don't want to project. I don't know exactly, but I'm holding on. I'm not going to be left out of this. If it moves, if SM Energy moves another 10x, I might have 100x on it. And that's what I'd like to see, is a big move higher. And if oil prices move on up, I think we could see a very big return. Now, would I be buying it this second? We're still in a pullback mode. I'd like to see things firm up. I'd like to see oil go back into an uptrend. We need to break that little downtrend it's in, that little pattern. So I'm not buying anything in oil and natural gas at the moment. If I were to buy something, I would buy CDEV. That's the one that I would buy. It's a highly leveraged company, and I'm just adding a little bit more in. And I'm doing it because of the leverage. It is very volatile. And if you guys don't like volatility, I would not buy it if you don't like volatility. But it's the most leveraged company that I know of in the oil and natural gas sector. If you guys like leverage too, yeah, it's SM Energy and CDEV are the two leveraged ones. Those are the two that I think are highly leveraged. Crew Energy is another one that's pretty highly leveraged. Birch Cliff's pretty good. A lot of these that are in here. So if you guys like this update, give me a thumbs up. Put in the comments section what you guys think. Love to hear your opinions. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.